Alright, thanks for joining us here on this late night Saturday night episode of Fortnite, everybody. That's right, we're going to drop some knowledge up in here. So every day that you log in, you will get what is shown on the screen right here. It says level up, log in during the first 14 days of the event. I'm not too sure what event they're really talking about, but in their minds, it's an event. So, I missed yesterday, so it should be at 3. My old lady is at 3, but I am not. So, as you know, you get a free level up every day that you log in. So every day, just log in, get your free level up, and hop on out. It helps complete your battle pass and everything, and to be honest, that's a good, refreshing thing. But this also means that during this time, there's not a whole lot to do. So Fortnite, right now, they're working out stuff for their Star Wars event that they're planning for May. They're working on a whole lot of content that's coming for the next stage. And right now, you know, they're just dropping some of the basics, and they might be recycling some things. Of course, here they have the K-pop stuff sets, and they got bundles where they have 2 of the people together with bundles. So whenever you click on this, you'll see that, you know, you'll get this chick here, and that's a really cool like coat she's wearing right there. That's really awesome. And I don't know if I get that outfit or not. I know they redid some outfits and stuff, and then you get this guy here. That's a guy, believe it or not. It's just, anyways, this sword is actually really cool, and so yeah, they've got some cool stuff. Check out this coat here. So it's got some gold, but the inner shirt is really like glistening. So those people with 4K TVs, if your TV shows this really awesome stuff, you'll be like, wow, look at that. And you can even see that she's got freckles around her eye, nose area, you know? So for those of you who have 4K TVs, you should be able to see all that detail. And once again, they did an interlay with the shirt, and the neck thing looks really cool. And you can make out a lot of stuff with this. So, looks pretty good. Well done, is what I have to say. So, I don't know what this crossbow thing is. I guess it's just a back bling. No, it's a pickaxe, really. Well, guess you just hit people with the pickaxe. I haven't really tested that theory out. But let's go on down and take a look here. There is a bird that has multiple eyes. One of the creepiest things I've ever seen. What's going on there? You know? The hat is kind of translucent on the thing, so it's really weird. It's obviously a pigeon. And then they got some sort of strange sushi roll looking thing. I don't know what the heck. They come out with weird stuff, right? So this is someone taking a poop. If you bend over enough, you can poop. Oh, it comes right out. Oh, you see? And then here is, if you eat too much, you end up taking a poop. Anyways, they've got this cute kitty here that I hope Sabrina does not see, because if she sees it, she's gonna buy it. And that means I'm buying it. That's right, folks. So, you know, we used to have a lot of cats. We used to have like 5 cats. And over the years, they all die. And I buried so many cats. It hurts so bad to bury your cat, your animals, your dog, your animals. Like a fish, it doesn't really get attached to you unless it was a really cool fish. But when it comes to like these cats, man, they have their own personalities. They talk to you. They're your little buddies. And when they go, it hurts so bad. I told her, we can't have another cat. I'm sorry. I mean, it just hurts. I'm not burying another cat. You know, sometimes things in life, I guess if God wanted it to be that way, he would have made them live as long as we do. And we all need to live for like eternity, in my opinion, because there's so much to do in this world. We live in a blink of an eye, people, literally. So this outfit here we went over the other day. It's really cool looking. I would be tempted to buy it. I don't know. Then they brought back Black Phone. Whoa, scary guy. If you see him outside your window at night, just keep in mind that you may not live much longer. So go ahead and grab a Red Bull and pop one. That's right, folks. Okay, so we got the Saw guy. Like I said, we're kind of in an intermediate kind of thing where they're working hard on additional future content. So they're going to do a lot of redrops of stuff. And that happens every year if you haven't noticed. The Saw gun is really cool looking. That's really cool. You know, I would like to have that wrap, but, you know, not too many people look at those guns. That's why, you know, it is what it is now. Of course, we have the sports with the soccer stuff, and I don't know, you know, football, soccer, whatever it is. And then the McLaren P1, we already talked about this, the car. Actually, I was watching the video the other night, and it's really a shame. This car, just so you know, they make a limited number of them, and whenever you get the car, there's a whole bunch of problems. So there's 2 bolts on the back. The engine's in the back here, and the bolts for the suspension and the subframe come apart. They come off, okay? They rattle themselves loose because of torque. So when you pop that back area there for the engine, that's where the left and right side bolts come up and out. Yeah, let's buy that car, huh? You wonder why Ford has one-time replaced parts, because they don't want the bolts coming out. Ford and GM are well known for putting a lot of Loctite on their bolts, and boy, oh boy, you're gonna know. These cars have a lot of problems. There's like the way the doors open. So this door right here, when it opens, it may touch the actual fender right there on one side versus the other side, and so it'll put a dent or a ding, so it's not perfectly put together. There's always some small sizing issues. Whenever you make a car like this, there's always something wrong, and I'm not lying, this is true. There's all kinds of stuff like the door seals right here. The door seals, they come off, and whenever the door goes to close, it pulls the door seal out. There's all kinds of problems with these cars. As cool as they are, there's always something. And so it's basically like a show-off car. You know, you just drive it to show off. I mean, it really has no purpose. You can't drive cars anymore. There's too many damn people on the road. You see the way people drive? Oh my God, is it ridiculous. Anyways, let's go on with the show. There's so much to talk about with cars. So more clogs, whatever you want to call those shoes. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to in Fortnite, so tonight's kind of late night Saturday night is not as cool as it could be. This is like a retro 80s kind of theme they kind of adopted and put on there. A lot of people are doing that stuff these days. Let's see, what else we got? We got anything really cool in here, or what? Is this all we're getting? Is this all we got? You know, on the weekends, I think they should drop their stuff on the weekends, more or less. Sometimes they drop it through the weekday, and you're like, man, I can't click on any music, I'm so sorry. But, you know, because it'll play the music, and then I get in trouble. YouTube is very particular, people. Oh, yeah. Just a few seconds of a song, it calls you out and says, you don't have the rights. Good God, it's a game, man. Shut up. You know? So, leaving today is the Ford F-150 if you want it. I have not bought it yet. I want to buy it, but it only comes as a bundle. I just want it as the truck itself. I don't care about all the cool stuff. You know, I know this right here, this wrap is really cool. It's kind of like American. But the problem I have is I would want real American planes on there. So those are just base design of a plane flying across it. And so if you're going to do planes, let's first make some stealth bombers and all that cool stuff, you know, and put those on there, you know. Put some American design planes on there, not just a base plane. That could be any plane, technically. And it looks like a plane that's got the engine in the tail end or something. So, anyways, yeah. need better planes. And then that's it. That is it for the shop. That is really ridiculous. Like I said, your quests here, log in once a day every day and get your stuff. The best thing about Fortnite is you get to keep whatever you buy. Okay, unlike Call of Duty, which I've walked away from at this point, but will be back. It's just really sad. A lot of my friends are hopped on Call of Duty and they're like, "You gonna hop on?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. Thank you." Even though I love Treyarch and I wanted to support them, there needs to come a point where they actually do what we need them to do, and it's just a money dump, you know, for content and stuff, and you lose that content as soon as that game's over, which is not very long. It's less than a year technically, because the new game comes out that way. So anybody have any questions, drop them down in the link below. Subscribe and watch out for dinosaurs. And there's Beans videos coming, analog stuff coming, more and more unboxing. I have unboxing unlimited, just so you know. I want to try to do at least one a week. Sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 in a week. That's about the max of it. I have to work at a job. So there are secrets to making a lot of money off of YouTube, but to tell you all the secrets, it's ridiculous, and you really have to not have a job. So it's good for those people that don't have a job. They can spend time on it, you know. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, drop them down. I will talk to you on the next one.